is your profession?
When Spartan mothers part ways with their sons as they left for battle, they would utter these words as a reminder of the values and expectations placed on them as Spartan warriors. Return with your shield or on it. The shield held a special significance for the Spartans. It was not just a piece of armor, but a symbol of honor and valor. Dropping one's shield in battle was seen as an act of cowardice or desertion. To return without a shield meant a Spartan had fled the battle and left his shield behind, and left his brothers unprotected by breaking the shield of armor, famously known for the Spartans. However, to return on the shield meant something far more honorable. It implied that the warrior had fought valiantly, fallen in battle, and was carried home on his shield as a corpse. This was considered an honorable death, as it demonstrated that the Spartan had fought to the last breath, never abandoning his shield nor fleeing the enemy. This saying was a constant reminder to the Spartan warriors that they were expected to face death in battle rather than bring shame to themselves, their families, and their city-state. It highlights the unwavering commitment, discipline, and courage of the Spartan soldiers, emphasizing that they were ready to sacrifice everything for the honor of Sparta. In the realm of ancient history, there's a legendary story that echoes the spirit of fearless determination. It revolves around the great Macedonian king, Philip II, and the city-state of Sparta, known for its legendary warriors. Philip II, a strategic mastermind of his time, had ambitious plans to expand his kingdom's influence in Greece. At one point, he sent a message to Sparta, issuing a declaration of war. In his message, Philip also included a chilling warning: "If I enter Laconia, I will level Sparta to the ground." The Spartans, famed for their concise replies and mighty resolve, received Philip's message. Their response was, "If." This one-word reply is engraved in history as a testament to Spartan valor and fearlessness. It conveys the message that Sparta was prepared to fight to the bitter end, even against the mighty Macedonians. The Spartans essentially told Philip that if he dared to invade, they would fight relentlessly, leaving nothing for him to conquer. King Demaratus, a Spartan king, is known for his wisdom and practicality. He famously compared the loss of a helmet and the loss of a shield to highlight the values and priorities of Spartan warriors. Demaratus emphasized that losing a helmet was of little consequence compared to losing a shield. His reasoning was rooted in the core principles of Spartan warfare. The helmet protected the head, an important part of a soldier's body, but the shield was even more vital. In Spartan tactics, the shield not only served as personal protection, but was also part of the larger formation that ensured the safety of the entire phalanx, the formation in which Spartan warriors fought. Losing a helmet might protect the head, but it wouldn't significantly affect the integrity of the formation or the safety of fellow warriors. In contrast, losing a shield would not only put the individual soldier at risk, but also compromise the security of the entire unit. Demaratus's comparison underscored the collective nature of Spartan combat and the idea that each warrior had a responsibility to protect not only themselves, but also their comrades. This wisdom reflects the essence of Spartan military ethos, where discipline, unity, and the survival of the entire formation were prioritized above individual concerns. It reinforces the idea that the strength of a Spartan warrior was not measured solely by their personal prowess, but by their commitment to the group's success. The famous response Molonlabe is attributed to King Leonidas I, the warrior king of Sparta, during the Battle of Thermopylae in 480 BC. This battle was part of the larger Greco-Persian Wars, when the Persian Empire, led by King Xerxes, attempted to invade Greece. The Persian army vastly outnumbered the Greek forces, and Leonidas, along with 300 Spartan warriors, led a small but determined Greek contingent to defend the narrow coastal pass at Thermopylae. Their goal was to halt the Persian advance and protect the rest of Greece. As the Persian forces closed in, King Xerxes demanded the Greeks surrender their weapons. In response, Leonidas issued the now famous reply, "Molon labe," which translates to "come and take them." Leonidas and his Spartan warriors were determined to stand their ground and fight to the death, and this defiant response made it clear that they would not yield. They were willing to make the ultimate sacrifice to defend their homeland and preserve the values of freedom and courage. The Battle of Thermopylae is a symbol of heroic resistance against overwhelming odds, and Leonidas's response, "Molon labe," has become a timeless expression of defiance and determination in the face of tyranny. It continues to inspire those who value principles like freedom, bravery, and unwavering commitment to their cause. Good, then we shall have our battle in the shade. Another iconic moment from the Battle of Thermopylae involving King Leonidas the Fierce and Dienekes, one of his brave Spartan warriors. As the Persian army, led by King Xerxes, advanced to the narrow pass at Thermopylae, Leonidas and his small but formidable group of 300 Spartan warriors were prepared to make their legendary stand. They knew that the Persians greatly outnumbered them, and the Greek soldiers were well aware of the impending battle's danger and their own mortality. Dienekes, a loyal and daring Spartan, was known for his courage and unwavering spirit. Before the battle began, one of his fellow soldiers commented that the Persian archers were so numerous that their arrows would block out the sun. In response to this observation, Dienekes replied with his famous words, "Good, then we shall have our battle in the shade." This statement demonstrated Dienekes' fearlessness and determination. He was unshaken by the daunting odds they faced and was ready to meet the Persian forces head-on. These words have since become a symbol of Spartan valor and resilience in the face of overwhelming adversity. The Battle of Thermopylae remains an enduring example of heroism and sacrifice, with Leonidas, Dienekes, and the other Spartan warriors embodying the spirit of courage and defiance that has inspired countless people throughout history. When Gorgo, the wife of King Leonidas, was confronted by a foreigner about Spartan women's ability to govern over men, she replied, "For a very good reason, because we are the only women who give birth to real men." This exchange beautifully encapsulates the unique status of Spartan women, who were revered for their indispensable role in shaping and raising the finest warriors, thereby contributing significantly to the extraordinary legacy of Sparta. Once, there was an old man at the Olympic Games at a crowded stadium, and he desired to find a seat. However, he encountered a surprising lack of courtesy from the Greek spectators. They refused to offer their seats to the elderly gentleman, leaving him standing, weary and disheartened. But then a remarkable shift took place when the elderly man reached the section occupied by the Spartans. As soon as the Spartans noticed the elderly man standing, they stood up as one, demonstrating an unwavering commitment to respect, honor, and hospitality. The whole stadium started clapping for this honorable act. The old man famously said, "All of Greece knows what is right, but only the Spartans do it." Bias, a historical figure who lived in ancient Greece, found himself caught in an ambush led by the Athenian general Iphicrates. When asked by his soldiers what should be done in this dire situation, Bias responded with the courageous and selfless statement, "What else except for you to save your lives, and for me to die fighting?" This reply reflects his unwavering commitment to fighting and protecting his soldiers, even at the cost of his own life, emphasizing that they should save their lives, but he, as his leader, should sacrifice his life for them. The walls of Sparta is its young men, and its border the point of their spears. This quote encapsulates the essence of Sparta, the ancient Greek city-state renowned for its martial prowess and unique way of life. Unlike other Greek city-states, where walls and fortifications protected the cities, Sparta relied on the strength, discipline, and dedication of its young warriors to safeguard its borders and maintain its supremacy. In Sparta, military training and service were not just obligations, but a way of life. Young Spartan men, known as hoplites, underwent rigorous training from an early age, which focused on instilling discipline, physical fitness, and unwavering loyalty to their state. This training molded them into elite soldiers, capable of defending Sparta with exceptional skill and determination. The point of their spears signifies the readiness and martial mastery of Spartan warriors. Sparta's reputation as a formidable military power was largely due to its well-trained and fearless hoplites. These soldiers, armed with their iconic spears and shields, formed the backbone of Sparta's defense. They were not just protectors of the city, but also the embodiment of its values and the guardians of its way of life. This quote reflects the Spartan ideal, that the strength of a city is not measured by its physical walls, but by the character, discipline, and readiness of its young warriors. Sparta's approach to defense was a unique blend of physical and moral strength, with its young men being both its first line of defense and the living embodiment of its values. Once in the heart of ancient Sparta, a young and curious Spartan approached one of the revered elders of the city-state. Eager to learn the secret of Sparta's legendary military brilliance, the young Spartan asked, "Wise elder, how is it that we Spartans can so effectively keep any invasions by foreign armies at bay?" The elder, a man known for his wisdom and his unwavering commitment to the Spartan way of life, paused for a moment. He looked at the young Spartan and replied, "To understand our strength, young one, you must first grasp a fundamental truth. It lies in the simplicity of our desires. In Sparta, we have learned that if you remain poor in your desires and wants, if nothing is more important to you than the well-being and honor of our city, then you become a formidable force. When your desires are simple, you are content with what you have, and the material world cannot tempt or distract you. This singular focus is the foundation of our strength." When someone inquired why the Spartans did not amass money in the public treasury, Alexander, the son of Eurycrates, offered a profound response. He stated that it was to prevent the guardian of the treasury from becoming corrupt. In this simple yet insightful answer, Alexander highlighted the Spartan commitment to maintaining a society focused on values, honor, and the collective well-being of the state rather than material wealth. The Spartans believed that by avoiding the accumulation of excessive riches, they could safeguard themselves against the temptation and moral compromise that often accompany great wealth. This practice reinforced their dedication to a virtuous and disciplined way of life, which was fundamental to the Spartan ethos. In an answer to a man who raised the question, "How can anyone possibly rule in safety without the protection of a bodyguard?" Agisicles, the Spartan king, famously replied, "If one rules his subjects as fathers rule their sons." He offers a profound perspective on leadership and governance. In ancient Sparta, this principle was deeply ingrained in their society and had a significant influence on their leadership style. Agisicles' statement emphasizes the idea that a ruler or leader should treat their subjects with care, benevolence, and a sense of responsibility, much like a father does with his own children. This approach to leadership is rooted in a paternalistic ethos where the well-being of the people is a leader's primary concern. In the context of Sparta, this principle underscores the idea that Spartan leaders were expected to lead with a sense of duty, just as fathers are expected to guide, protect, and nurture their children. This paternalistic style of governance fostered a strong sense of unity, loyalty, and discipline within Spartan society. By ruling as fathers ruled their sons, Spartan leaders aimed to create a society where the welfare and virtues of its citizens were of paramount importance. This leadership philosophy contributed to Sparta's reputation for having a unique and unwavering commitment to the welfare and success of its citizens, which set them apart from many other ancient city-states. When his brother said to Teleclus that the citizens did not conduct themselves toward himself as they did toward the king, although he was of the same family, but with much less consideration, he said, "The reason is you do not know how to submit to injustice, and I do." The Spartan way of life was steeped in simplicity, efficiency, and unwavering dedication to their role as warriors. This commitment to martial prowess extended even to the choice of weaponry, as seen in the concise yet profound response given by Antalcidas. When questioned about the use of short daggers in Spartan warfare, Antalcidas' explanation, "Because we fight close to the enemy," encapsulates the essence of Spartan strategy and combat philosophy. The Spartans, renowned for their extraordinary skills in battle, relied on a form of combat that emphasized hand-to-hand fighting. Their formations, particularly the phalanx, involved soldiers standing shoulder to shoulder, shields interlocked, and moving as one cohesive unit. In this style of combat, where Spartans fought in close proximity to both their comrades and their enemies, the use of longer weapons would have been impractical. Instead, the short dagger, or xiphos, was the perfect weapon for this kind of engagement. It allowed for quick, precise thrusts and cuts in the confined space of the phalanx, making it a lethal and efficient choice. This choice of weaponry reflects the Spartan dedication to martial excellence and their pragmatic approach to warfare. Spartans believed in using what worked best, and the short dagger was well suited to their battle tactics. Antalcidas' response underscores the Spartan mindset: practicality and effectiveness above all else. Their commitment to close combat and their choice of weapons were essential elements of what made the Spartan warriors formidable and respected throughout the ancient world.